Hey guys, I'm Martin and you're watching Carolina Arsenal. Today we're going to be looking at the Phoenix Rising Frangible Double-Aught Buckshot, and we're going to be comparing it with the Winchester Super X Double-Aught Buckshot. And what I'm going to do today is we're going to be shooting water jugs, the big steel target, and underneath the steel target I'm going to put this foam board for when we fire the Winchester Super X and the Frangible Phoenix Rising Double-Aught Buckshot. And we're going to see how bad the splatter is off of that steel target. Now, I fully expect to get quite a bit off of the regular lead double-aught buckshot from Winchester, where the Phoenix Rising, since it's a frangible and compressed copper powder into those pellets, we should get a lot less, if not just dust. So it's designed to be a more of a home defense shotgun shell, and it's supposed to prevent a lot of over penetration and damage and potentially casualties if you were to get that over penetration. So we're going to test it out against steel. We're going to shoot some water jugs, see how the damage compares between the two, and see if they get through 2 water jugs. I'm sure the lead buckshot will, and we're going to see what the splatter is going to be like as well. So enough talking, let's get to shooting. Alright, so today we're going to be using the new G-Force Bullpup 12 gauge. And it's mag fed. It holds 5 rounds in each magazine. And we're going to do kind of like a spread test out of this. We're not shooting very far, but we'll compare it between the Super X and obviously the Phoenix Rising. So I've got the cardboard put up there. We're going to see how each round prints onto that cardboard of the splash off of that steel. Alright, so that was the Phoenix Rising. Next shot, let's go ahead and reset this. And just as I thought, there's absolutely no holes in this from any kind of splash. You can see kind of just like a dirt substance. That's just the powder off of the Phoenix Rising. So it definitely is doing what it's supposed to there. Now let's compare it to the Super X. Set this down, we are clear. And now look at this difference. You can actually see all the holes in the splatter from where that buckshot went in there. Let's see if you can see the ridges off the top of that where it came through. So it absolutely did exactly what it was supposed to do. It hit a hard target and it dissipated and just kind of turned into dust again versus actually turning into a whole bunch of spalling. So let's move on to the water test. Alright, so we're going to be using the same gun, same ammunition, and the Phoenix Rising will be first and the Winchester Super X is going to be second. And we're going to see if it'll make it through both water jugs, and we're going to see the overall damage that it has. Could get interesting. Let's put one in the chamber. Wow. Alright, so that one was the Phoenix Rising. And nothing made it through to our steel. We have no fresh hits from the buckshot. But we did catch in here, let's see if I can't get it out of here for you, some of the buckshot. So we have just pieces here of that copper pellet, and here's a pellet here, if it'll focus for you, where it's got some pieces missing off of it. So it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do, even in water. Let's get reset here. And now, let's see if the Winchester does exactly what I think it's going to do and go through both of these milk jugs and over penetrate those two. And we're only shooting between 5 to 10 yards. We're not very far away, but that frangible round didn't make it all the way through, where I think this one's going to. Oh yeah, it absolutely did. And we're clear over here on the gun. But I want to walk you guys over here to see this, because it made a huge difference. So you can see the smoke coming out of the top of my fire pit, which is just an old wash tub, but that dent right there was not there prior, and you can see all those fresh hits right there. Not this up here and not that down here, but all of this right in here is from that Winchester Super X round. So it went through 2 milk jugs, and there's actually one piece right here, and hit that tank really, really hard. Where that Phoenix Rising did what it was supposed to do. It took care of the target, dumped its energy, but didn't over penetrate. Alright, so after all that part, I've stepped back. Now we're about 15 to 20 yards now, and we're still running that same choke from before, which is going to be a cylinder bore. And I want to go ahead and stand all the way back here and shoot that steel target again, and just see what 2 shots of the frangible rounds will do on spread. After that, will give us the final thoughts, and we'll keep going from there. Alright, the gun is clear. Let's go ahead and set her down. Let's walk you guys over here and take a look at this steel target. Alright, so with a cylinder choke, we've got some pieces up here. I don't know if they were breaking up ahead of time or not, but all this stuff that's in here between those 2 shots were done by those 2 shots. Down here, all this little bit of clustering here is from the Winchester Super X right here, and then a little bit from the first shot that we took to check the splatter of it. So, I don't know how many pellets hit that, but the spread with a cylinder choke at that range is pretty good. I would say if you put any kind of choke in there to assist with that, inside the home, with this being designed as a home defense round and a frangible round, you should be fine with it. And let's move on to the final thoughts. Alright, so my final thoughts on this ammunition is it does exactly what they advertise. You know, right here on the pack, it's a 2 3/4 frangible double-aught buckshot. It is a 32 grain frangible buckshot, so it disintegrates on contact with hard surface. We proved that by using this foam board, and all this splatter here in the center is all from that Winchester Super X round. I'm going to let you guys look at that again. All that splatter there is from that Winchester Super X round, where before, this round from Phoenix Rising did what it was supposed to do and disintegrated on that hard target. I mean, I'm holding pieces in the palm here, and I've got a little bit here of a half of one of the buckshot pieces from going through the milk jugs. So even with the milk jugs full of water, it took 2 jugs and it never even reached the back, really, and it dumped all of its energy in really nice fashion there. I really couldn't tell much difference other than the fact that the Winchester round went all the way through those 2. But the Phoenix Rising had just as good transfer, if not maybe a little bit better, due to those pieces breaking up. So, guys, we'll see you next time. I think this ammunition is great for what it was designed to do, and that's an internal, like inside home defense round, where you're not going to get over penetration. I think we proved that, where the Winchester round went all the way through. We'll see you next time.